Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. And I want to say Shalom to you Akman Akwat out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. It's kind of continuing in the whole, milk lessons, all right, for the people that are, new in this truth. But again, they're good edifying refreshers for the brothers and sisters that have been in this truth for a minute as well. So this one's titled, Don't Get Attached to Things That Will Go Away. Okay, and most of you brothers and sisters should be instantly familiar with this concept, but remember, this is mostly for the newer brothers and sisters. Periodically, I like to just make some lessons, in case someone, is just now waking up, that, they can start where they're not going to be confused, right? And, as I always like to say, if you're just waking up, make sure you get the names first, all right? Names, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. The Father's name is Yahweh, the Son's name is Yahweh Shai, all right? You can look up the true name of the Lord, GMS, all right? And you should be able to find stuff like that. I even have stuff on my page, not that I'm affiliated with GMS, but that's who I learned from. So there'll be stuff on my page as well. I recommend you go and learn from the apostles and elders. All right, a couple days ago I did a lesson, and they had their channel links in there, so you can go and find that there. But again, this one's titled "Don't Get Attached to Things That Will Go Away." All right, because ultimately, we're right at the end of this thing. Okay, so all these things as you see, I'm driving. We're driving right now, so trees and houses and stoplights and cars and sidewalks and signs. I think I already said signs and all that different type of shit. All that's going to go away, man. It's going to ultimately be gone. Okay, you're not going to billboards and all that stuff. Not that I see one near me, but stuff like billboards and buildings and Walmarts and Target. Those are all, you're not going to have those in the kingdom, man. We know we're right at the end of this thing. So there's no reason to get attached to things that are just going to go away. Okay, there's no reason to get attached to things that are going to go away. And everything's going to go away, man. And the Lord willing, not us. All right, that's the one thing that's going to stay is us. Okay, knowledge and truth. All right, is not going to go away. Us, and through this, in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and this knowledge and truth and understanding, that's not going away. But everything else, as Biggie Smalls would say, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, right? All that's going away, man. It's going away. Your TVs, flat screens, the big old box-ass tube TVs that you still have laying around, gone. Libraries, gone. Books, gone. Games, gone. Cars, gone. You got a car collection? Well, guess what? You ain't taking it with you. You're not taking your 6'4" Impala, all right, into the kingdom and cruising around like some ninja. You're not going to be able to do it, man. It's gonna be destroyed. It's gonna be burned up when the society's burned up, when Babylon's destroyed. Okay, along with all these other things, and the only things that's gonna make it out of here, Lord willing, is us. Okay, that's it. So don't get too attached to things that are just gonna go away. It doesn't make any sense. All right, let's go and get Matthew 6:19 through 21. It says, and this is why you should the most important thing. It doesn't mean you can't have nice things. All right, you can have cars, you can have Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, you can have all those things, man. You can have those things, but the thing is, they can't dominate who you are and shape who you are and take forefront on over this ministry, man. They can't be of the upwards most importance, because the person of upwards most importance is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, or the persons, I should say, is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the Father and the Son, right? So you can't have something that's sitting higher than them, because there's nothing that's supposed to be higher than them. Okay, so you can't get to the point where you're watching TV or reading books or playing games or doing whatever your hobbies are, but to the point where you're doing it over this truth. You're starting to put things off. You're starting to put off the truth so you can go and do these things. All right, man. I don't want to do my lessons. I'd much rather read this book. Or I don't want to do my lessons. I'd much rather play this game or watch this new movie that came out, right? And you're like, man, I gotta go and make a lesson. Ugh. You don't want it to get to that point. Okay, you don't want it to get there. So you need to watch yourself and examine yourself, right? And like it says, what is it? Examine yourselves. Let me go and get it. daily in the temple. No, study daily in the temple. I'm mixing two scriptures together. That's why I want to make sure I get it and I don't just roughly quote it, because I have a habit sometimes of mixing two scriptures together. 2 Corinthians 13:5, it says, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves how that Yahushua HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. Got to go on to the next verse. It says, but I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates. Okay, so you don't want to be in a reprobate mindset. Okay, and what does it mean to be a reprobate? That's important. Reprobate. Okay, an unprincipled person. All right, unlawful, really. A rogue, humorously and affectionate. Often used humorously and affectionate, and that's not true. It's not an affectionate term. Oh, you reprobate. He. No, Esau doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Archaic. It says a sinner who is not of the elect and is predestined to damnation. Bum, bum, bum. Somebody hit that IUIC explosion button. It's ridiculous. All right, that's been a running gag I've been doing lately, because they have that freaking explosion sound that comes on every 5 seconds. Like every 5 seconds they say something. I was out at dinner, and I saw this person, and he was standing there. I'm like, geez, man. I mean, if they had to spend $15 every time they press that button, those motherfuckers would be broke. They'd be broke as hell. All right? Somebody put a charge on that button. Slack you for my folly, but these, and they're just hey man, they're the definition of what a reprobate is. They act like reprobates. They behave like reprobates. All right? Matthew 16:19 says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. All right? So, when you have these things, or cars, or trucks, or, any of those things, or clothes, guess what? You can, your clothes can become moth-eaten. All right? That's a thing. Moths come eating your clothes, and then you got holes all of them. Oh, this was an expensive shirt, man. It was 100% silk. It was 100% cotton. Well, sorry. You spent $100 on it. It's done. Moth came through and ate it. Well, that's that. Sucks to suck, huh? Sucks to suck. And you say, oh, well, my brand new car, man. I just got in an accident and totaled it. Well, sucks to suck, huh? Okay, well, what are you gonna do, man? See, that's why you don't set up things for yourself. Or guess what? Oh, man, I just got my brand new car and someone stole it out the driveway. Well, that's the type of shit that happens. We're in a wicked society. Someone's going to come by and gank your shit. Someone's going to come by and steal your things, right? Someone's going to, you're going to drive through some water. The cars ain't made worth a damn. All of a sudden, you got a big-ass rust spot on it. Ooh, boo-hoo, the washing machine dried your clothes out some type of weird. Now they're all fragile, and now they crack. Now they rip. Now there's an issue with them. Well, that's why you don't lay up for yourself treasures in this place, man. That's why they're not your pride and glory. Okay? And I have nice things. We all have nice things. Ask any brother or sister. They're going to say they have nice things. All right? You might have some type of football memorabilia, or some game, or a game system, or an expensive computer, or you might have a nicer car or something. I mean, we're at the end of the day, we're Jake, so we like nicer things, and there's nothing wrong with having nicer things. Okay? And I'm making sure that's out there to the T, is that there's nothing wrong with having nice things. The problem is when those nice things start to take forefront, all right, and start to take the stage over Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. It's all well and good. You want a Rolls Royce, you can afford it, go ahead. I don't know who has that type of money, but go ahead. You want a Rolls Royce. Personally, I'd spend it on something else. But you want a Rolls Royce, go right ahead. But the point is, as you get more wealthy on the things you have, it's only asking for trouble. Okay, because if you have a Rolls Royce and you have money like that, it's going to be really hard to be in this truth, because we rely on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai providing for us. All right, if you got all that type of money, it's going to be hard for you to think that the Lord's doing anything. I got all my money. I'm self-made. What you talking about? Lord didn't give me nothing. I went to work and I got it. That's how I got my money, is working. I wrote a book. My book made me millions of dollars. The Lord didn't make me nothing. All right, and that's the type of stuff that'll end up happening. That's why these famous celebrities, they start getting proud, because they don't think the Lord ever did. They think it was them. They were the ones that did it. I went out there and made, the Lord didn't make the song. I made the song. I made the song Iggas in Paris. I made it. Me. And Kanye is an example. He's proud as hell, you know? He's proud as hell. You know, if someone comes up and says, you know, and I tell them that I think I'm a god, and they say, who do I think I am? I just told you who I thought I was, a god. A real quote, you know, half of a quote, the end part. I don't know what he said at the end, beginning, something like that. He said, I just told you what I thought I was, a god. That's the type of shit that you start to say, you know, when you have a lot of money and and look, remember now, I keep a few Jews on the staff now. Making songs saying I keep a few Jews on the staff now. Making tweets saying, you know, I watched 21 Jump Street and that shit was funny. Ha ha ha. You know, the Jewish communities, blah blah blah. You know, he went all the way back because they threatened his pocket, and he said, oh shit. And he said, never mind. All right, and he was all talking about, you know, he said the 12 tribes of Judah. There ain't no 12 tribes of Judah. There's one tribe of Judah. There's 12 tribes of Israel. One of Judah. This guy doesn't know what he was talking about, all right? But through that, a lot of Israelites did end up waking up. So that shows you how Baal Shem Yahushai's power, okay? He was used for a reason and then, you know, thrown back into the gutter slime, you know, where he belongs, all right? So, and this motherfucker basically sacrificed his mom. So, I mean, I'm self-made. No, you ain't. You're self-sold out, all right? But, you know, the Lord had everything happen like that for a reason because more than likely you're rejected. Okay, in verse 20 it says, but lay up for yourself treasures in heaven. Okay, what is this? This knowledge, this truth, this understanding. All right, spirituality. All right, those things last. Those things stay. All right, your brand new Xbox with Call of Duty in it ain't gonna. Where's that gonna be? That ain't gonna be nowhere. That's gonna be gone. There's not gonna even be a remnant of it. All right, plastic, all that's going to be completely gone. Well, plastic and cigarette butts and all these things are indefinitely in our society and the world. They've absolutely polluted the whole world, and they're going to stay there forever. You think Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai is going to allow that shit to just stay in the world? No. All that's going to be, it's going to be a complete cleansing, all right? They're not going to find, you know, well, here you are, what you're going to be having an Edomite, you know, in captivity, and you're going to have him digging your vineyard, and you're going to say, oh, shit, I can't plant here. There's plastic everywhere. This used to be a landfill. Dang. No. That's all going to be gone, man. Everything's going to be gone. You're not going to even have a speck of that Xbox left. You're not going to even have a fragment of that. All of it's going to be gone, man. So verse 20, we'll just start from 19 over again. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth where moth and rust doth corrupt and where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. All right, so that's just how it is. And that's another thing. When you have these nicer things, you know, Rolls Royce or whatever the hell it is, I don't know. I've never had a Rolls Royce, probably never will. All right, but you have these nicer things. I've had expensive computers and game systems and all that stuff. Half the time they mess up. Here it is, you spent all this money on something, it don't even work right half the time. You know, it's crashing or has some issue or, you know, it's always some shit, man. All right, before you Christians come and say, hey, you keep on saying bad words, that's a sin. Where does it say that's a sin? Go and show me it. And don't get corrupt communication either, because corruption is something completely different than saying the word ass, all right, or shit, or damn, or piss. All right, that's not corruption. All right, corruption is bringing forth things that are wrong or lies and deceitful. That's corruption, all right? It would be corrupt to me to tell you that the Lord's going to save everyone. That would be corrupt. That's corruption. That's not correct. That's corrupt, all right? And that's what you teach. So you're teaching corruption. So, nice try. Or you might say, what about swearing? Well, first of all, it's not swearing, okay? It's not swearing. I didn't say I was swearing. I swear that I'm going to do something. I never said that. All right. Well, it's a curse. Well, you can curse. What are you talking about? You're allowed to curse. You're allowed to put curses on people. Remember when Elijah did it? Remember when he called on the Lord and the Lord sent out a she-bear and tore 40 and 2 children? Remember that? Remember that? Yeah, so get out of here, Christians. Beat feet, man. Get out of here. Kick rocks. We ain't dealing with you. And if you effeminate ass, you know, people that just can't handle it, maybe this truth isn't for you then. Maybe go ahead and move on. Maybe go ahead and move on. Oh, I don't like the way this is. I don't like it. I'd much rather be in the church right now. Well, go back then. Go back. Go back. Go back with big Jemima in her big ass hat. All right, and your uncle over there, you know, acting a fool. All right, eating all the food up. Go back. Go back. You haven't sung one song. This whole video, you haven't sung one song. Go back where they sing them songs. All right, stay asleep, man. We ain't gonna beg you to wake up. Go back to sleep. If you can't handle it, then go back to sleep, man. As they say in an old saying, if you can't handle the heat, then get out of the kitchen, man. Get the hell out of the kitchen. Go somewhere where it's cold, then. Go float around in gross darkness, then. You don't want to, it hurts. Well, the truth's a double-edged sword, so go ahead and get out. This ain't remedial English, man. This ain't remedial. Get out of here, man. This is for the scholars. If you don't want it, then get out of here. It ain't for you then. Well, you just set people astray. Well, nobody's setting anybody astray. All right, if the Lord doesn't want you in this thing, he ain't going to have you in this thing. If you have the feeling, this ain't for me, then guess what? That's the Lord making you have the feeling that it ain't for you because he's rejecting you. Verse 20, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Okay, so if that's all you're worried about is Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and Rolls Royces, then guess what? You're not going to think about the Lord. You're too busy thinking about Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and Rolls Royces. Duh. All right, but that's where we got to close out for now. I'll be right back. I'll piece it together, Lord willing, and I'll see you then, Lord willing. All right, shalom for now.